Hello, people. It is your good friend Chat Marco here again with bad, sad, horrible news. Um, if you haven't seen, I posted it on the YouTube community or Twitter, wherever. Um, Friender has died. So let's rewind. Let's rewind and go back. I'm sure you guys are curious how. So I got off work Thursday, Thursday night around like 8, probably around like 8 p.m. It was getting dark. I've been riding my bike to and from work. And so on my way home, I stopped by the Dollar Tree and my bike tire went flat. So I had to walk it all the way home. And so I get home, and of course, Friender is there waiting for me. And so I opened the gate and I pushed the bike and had to walk the bike back home. And then I locked my bike up, but the thing about it, the gate, and this is just speculation, right? Because we've had a problem with the gate as of late, but there's a latch on the gate and it's kind of rusty because it's an old gate. So it's like when you put the latch down, if you don't force it down, then it won't stay all the way. And it'll be easy just to kind of push the gate open. And so I'm just assuming because I've had an issue with forgetting that I gotta push it all the way down because it's rusty. I think me having that flat back tire, having that on my mind, and then putting the bike up and all that shit, I think that's probably why I wasn't as careful with the gate as far as closing it, making sure it was 100% secure. So I go I go in the house and I eat. By the time I finish cooking, it's like nine something, maybe nine ish, and I had a lot of food left over. So I gave the scraps to Friender. This was around 10 o'clock. So it was 10 o'clock, and I took a nap then. I took a nap. Friender is still outside. I took a nap, and I woke up around 12. I got up, and I started working on music. I was working on a beat for about 2 hours, and then at 3 o'clock, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna work out. I'm gonna play with Friender, and then I'm gonna bring him in the house when I'm done, wash him off, and then we're gonna get ready to wrap up the day and then sleep. Cause we usually sleep throughout like from like 5 or 6 to like 11 or 12 to 1. That's when I put him outside again. That's been our basically our schedule as of late. Um, And so when I go out at three a.m. to work out and play with Friender, I noticed that he wasn't back there. And so I look and I see that the gate is open. And I'm like, damn. But it's not the first time, because again, it was an issue with the gate. Um it's been a couple times when I would go to the store and then I would come back and Friender would be running around the yard in the front yard like what the fuck. And it always confused me because I was like, I swear to God, I closed that goddamn gate. But then I started to realize that, oh, the latch is rusty, so it doesn't. If you don't mash it down, it's easy to open the gate. So when I went out at 3 a.m., he wasn't there. I went in the front yard. I thought, okay, maybe I left the gate open. He just in the front yard, and he wasn't there. And so that's when I got worried. And so I just started running around the neighborhood, right? And I just went to all the areas where I've walked Friender, like areas where he's been at, where he where he might be at. And I couldn't see him. I couldn't see him anywhere. And it's dark, like 3 in the morning, like 3:30 in the morning. It's dark. I'm running around dude, looking for a dog, saying his name and shit. And I got the worst feeling. It felt like I just did not feel his presence anywhere. It was like it was real bad. Like I just like in my heart, I knew he was going for good, and I sat on the corner. And I just started crying. I was just crying like a like a little baby. Um, and hopefully I'm not gonna break down making this video, but don't be surprised if I do. I've been crying all weekend, but yeah. So after that, I went home, and then uh, luckily my mom was up, and I told her, and then because we can cover more ground in her car. So we got in her car and we started driving around the neighborhood. Still, we didn't see anything. So we were like, but yeah, so we got in the car, and so we were just riding around looking for him, and we couldn't find him anywhere. So we decided to wait till daytime, and so we did that. We waited till morning time when it was light, and we were riding around, and we still just couldn't find anything. So, um, we live in a wonderful age of the internet. So of course I'm googling what to do when you lose your dog, and I'm glad I did that because that really motivated me. As bad as a feeling that I had, it motivated me because just one of the main things they tell you is to stay positive and to never give up. And it kind of reminded me like who I am and what and how I roll. It's like, yeah, like I can't I can't give up on my dog. It's my fucking dog. I gotta find this motherfucker. So I just pretty much did everything that I could. I printed out some flyers. Let's see if I got any around here. Might have left in the car. I don't have it on me, but I had some printed out some flyers and I posted them up around town. Um, I took some to like the stores, and some of the store owners they put up like little the posters in front of the windows and whatnot. Where just trying to put it in places where there was a lot of traffic, so if anybody would see it, but, oh, that's that dog I saw. Have my number up there and a reward and all that. Um, just walking around the neighborhood, trying to go to places where I feel like he might be. Um, shit, I even gave the Domino's guy, the Domino's driver, a flyer. And the cool thing about it, everybody was so helpful. Everybody was so cooperative, and they understood like how serious it was. Because I think most people have a dog or a pet, and so they got it. So I like how everybody tried to help me out. Um, and Yeah, just doing and put an ad on Craigslist. I mean, I'm desperate. Yeah, put an ad on Craigslist. I called the shelters. I mean, I was doing everything, and let me see. So he went missing Thursday morning, 3 a.m. That's the last time I saw him was around like 10 p.m. 10 p.m. Wednesday night, and I didn't realize he was missing until 3 a.m. Thursday morning. And so Thursday, just looking for him all day, walking around, printing out flyers, putting them up, shit like that, talking to people, no dice. Friday, pretty much the same thing, printing out more flyers, walking around, asking people, just doing shit. So what, today is Saturday. So Saturday, today, again, just kind of doing the same thing. I woke up, I went walking around like early in the morning, putting up more flyers, uh, calling out his name and shit. And Yeah, me and my mom we went riding around again and just looking around. And then in the afternoon, I decided to print out some more flyers, and I was gonna go uptown, and kind of unlikely that he would be up there, but I'm just doing, I pretty much covered the ground in my area where I stay at. So I was like, let me go uptown where all the stores are at, where there's a lot of traffic. So I'm putting up posters there, talking to people there. I gave one to a police officer. He said he'll hang it up and all that. So I'm on my way back to my. I'm uptown and I'm by the park. I'm about to put some flyers up at the park, and I see my mom drive by. She's trying to flag me down, and so she spins around. She comes and get me, and she tells me that because my sister, she posted one of my flyers on her Facebook or something like that, and so one of her friends called my niece and told her that she saw a dead dog by the cemetery of all places, that looked like the dog in the pictures. And so my mom came and picked me up so I could look at it to see if it was Friender. So um, picked me up, we ride in there, and I don't know why, but I just didn't feel like it was Friender. I was like, as bad as of a feeling that I got, I didn't feel like Friender would just be dead somewhere. I feel like it was more likely somebody would pick him up. But when we got there and I saw the color of the dog, I was like, damn, that's Friender. I saw that just because he got a unique coat, like that's that brown and that black and that white, you know. I'm looking at the belly and the little dick. The dick had a little the white fur around it. Just making sure, which I'm like, man, this fucking Friender right here, man. And once we confirmed it, so basically he got hit by a car, but it's crazy because the first day I was looking for him, I was around that area. Like I was about to go down there. Like I put a flyer up right before you hit that street where the cemetery is at. I put a flyer up and then I turned around. Now I don't know, maybe that day he was somewhere else, right? So, but you just when shit like this happen, you just always think, what if this? What if I should have locked the gate, and what if I brought him in earlier that night? You think about every little thing, or what if we looked over there? But to me, it seemed like he had died like today. It's like just because the way we were riding around and looking around, I don't think his body would just been there that like for like 2 or 3 days. I think he died. I think he died that. I think he died today. And his body wasn't even badly decomposed. I mean, his body was still intact. It was just he had like a skint on his side where you could tell like he got hit by a car, but it wasn't like he was split open or nothing. It was just he was just dead. Like the impact just must have crushed his insides, but he was pretty much intact. That's why I knew it was him. So I got a little basket where I put we came back home. I got a tarp, a shovel, and a basket. We came back and I put the tarp over him and then flipped him into the little basket, put him in the trunk of the car, brought him home, and then just buried him. Just buried him in the backyard. I threw some of his toys. I threw some of his toys. I threw some of his toys in there. I threw some of his toys in there, and I killed some for myself. And I, I gave him like an article of my clothing because he Friender, he liked to get my clothes that I wore because my scent was up there, and so he would get it and just like if I'm over here playing video games and working on music and shit, I'll look back. He over there asleep with like my shirt beside him or like some shorts or something. 'Cause it had my scent on it, and then you know, basically waiting for me so he can we can just go to sleep together. And so once I get done, I'll lay in the bed and he'll get right beside me and shit. So I threw like some shorts in there and I kept some of his toys for myself just as like a memento. But man, it hurt bad. It hurt so bad, I swear. Like Man, I've been through some shit. I've been through some shit in my life. Like, I've been through some shit. I got some scars, and you know, but I ain't never felt nothing like this before. Like this the worst pain I ever felt in my life. This is bad. Like my life, my life. Recently, I've been happy, and, and like I was in the mental hospital. I wanted to kill myself, and over the past few years, my life has been great. Like just getting better and better. Like I've been happy, like genuinely happy. And it's like I find Friender and it's just boom. It's like, woo, I love my dog, got a cool dog, great, right? And now he's gone. And it's like I used to look at this room like a paradise, like some people might not get it, but I used to look at this like my little paradise here. Like I come home and I feel like I got everything I need. And then, but Friender, he gone. And it's like I don't look at shit the same way no more. It's like that flame is gone. It's like I got all this shit. And it might not mean a lot to most people, but it mean a lot to me. Like to me this is a lot of shit. I got two fucking laptops. I got this nice chair. I got a room that's big enough for me and a dog, and I got this mirror, got this new board to write down my goals. I mean, I got a lot of nice things in here. I'm in good shape. I'm a handsome young lad, but it's like now I don't feel it no more. That thing, like when I talked about appreciation for life, like, you know, I ain't really feeling it right now. Like this is the first time I felt disconnected from the things the thing that just made me happy. And I can't sit here and say that I ever took Friender for granted because I knew when Friender was gone with because we all gotta die. I just ain't expected to be so abrupt. I just won't no way I was gonna let Friender die. So I always knew Frender's gonna die at old age. This gonna be the dog that I have through my 30s. He gonna die at like 13, 14. I'm gonna take him to the vet. We're gonna put him down. Like I saw, I mapped it all out because wasn't no way I was gonna let Friender die. Like I just. But I remember it was so many times I would look at Friender, I would just look at him and I would think like someday he's gonna be gone and I know it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt real bad. Like so I never once took Friender for granted. I never once took him for granted. Ever since I got him, it's like we've been like this. We've been like this. I mean, every night just about sleeping in the same room, sleeping in the same bed, sharing food, playing with him, walking him, buying stuff with him, and taking him to the vet, doing, just bathing him, trying to do everything right. And I swear, like, I really did. I love that dog, and you know, and it's not just me. It's not just me that's hurting. My mom cried about it, my niece, and I know you guys feel sad about it because Friender was like he was just part of the family. He was part of the family in my home. He was part of the family in the Chad Marco universe. You know, Friender. Like I'm Casher and he's Friender. Like that's he was really part of the family, and so this is a humongous loss. I mean, Friender was irreplaceable. You know, I think some people might think just get another dog, but that's Friender was one of a kind. Friender, I mean, even down to the way we met each other, just finding him at a puppy as a puppy while buying weed in the hood, taking him home, and I remember when I first got him, um, it seemed like he didn't like me. Like he was very standoffish and shy, and but I kind of expected that because he was like a stray puppy. So it was like, who this motherfucker? This big motherfucker. But over time, you could tell that he had affection for me. Over time, I could tell. When you come home and he's excited to see you. You know, when you hop in bed and then he hops in bed right after you and then and lays beside like you wake up and Frender's like laid out on his back. Oh man, like just waking up and like Frender's there, man. I swear it's like I never felt loneliness in my whole life. And it's like now I see what it is. Like I see, oh, you know, this is what that feels like. I feel like I lost a part of myself, because Friendly was like an extension of me in a way, because our lives were just intertwined. Anytime you spending every day pretty much with somebody, uh, you just that and made me realize too, like, and this is no offense to my human buddies, but Friender really was my best friend. I realize that now. It might sound silly to some people because he was a dog, but Friender was my best friend. Friender was, without a doubt, he was my best friend, because the thing about a dog that's different from people, with guys, you can't be very affectionate with your guy friends, right? You're not gonna be licking and, and jumping on your guy friends. That's a different kind of relationship. And then it's like with girls, you can't trust these hoes. Women don't really want you to be affectionate and vulnerable. They want you to be, masculine frame 24/7. But with Friender, it was like it was an outlet for me for affection. The affection that he showed me and the affection that I showed him. It was unfiltered raw affection and trust between two very different creatures, but we share enough emotions and similarities to connect on that level. And over the and what it's been only had them for what, 3 years, 3 years and some months. That's a long time, man. That's a long time, and you get used to that. You get used to that feeling. You get used, and now it's just you wake up and it's gone. Like these last 3 days, he went missing Thursday and Saturday. Now it's like I haven't felt the same. I haven't felt the way I've been feeling. I have my ups and downs, but this is different. Like this is true grief. This is true grief. Like I don't look at nothing the same right now. I don't look at nothing. I don't look at I don't look at nothing the same. Not right now. And look, I'll get over it. I'm sure I'll get over it, but it's right now. It's gonna be just pain. I'm gonna be crying. I'm gonna just wake up and I'm gonna look at a picture of Friender and just cry. It's gonna hit, man. I mean, this is definitely top 10 saddest anime deaths. Like this top coming. Spoiler alert, but yeah, I just I feel like I had to really let you guys know what went down, because Friender was he was a part of the family, not just my family, but the YouTube community, Instagram, whatever. Wherever I posted Friender, wherever Friender went, people had a fascination with him. And it's a shame that he died so young. In the prime of his life, I never saw it happening like this. Everybody got to die, but I was like, Friender, you gonna be the dog I'm gonna have throughout my 30s. We gonna grow old together. Well, you gonna grow old. I'm gonna be older, but you gonna like die. No. Oh, but I didn't expect it to end like this though. It's too soon. It was way too soon, and it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard, man. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be real hard. But I'm glad now that I got some closure. You know, now I found him. Friender is back home in the backyard. Went ahead and buried him. So, you know, I think it was kind of worse at first because I was really, this might sound selfish, but I was worried somebody might find him and then want to keep him because he's such a cool dog and he's friendly. I was worried somebody might just pick him up and keep him and mistreat him. Like that's just the thought of him like being on a chain for the rest of his life somewhere. That just I was like, nah, I can't let that happen, you know. But found him and now it's like it's closure, so I can focus on moving forward and just processing all this fucking pain and it's but this man, I swear I ain't never dealt with something like this. Like this is it. Like this is the trial of my life. Cause this shit hurt real bad. This shit hurt. And I don't the scary part is I don't see that I don't feel I don't feel good anymore, you know. That's the thing about it. I'm not gonna kill myself. I don't want you guys to be that worried, but I just it's gone, you know, but I believe it's gonna come back. This is grief. This is just what grief is. And I never experienced it before. I never had something that I cared about so much die like that. Never. Not a family member, not a friend. I've had dogs before, but I never really like the dogs I had in the past were like I just didn't have that same bond with them, you know, because I was a kid. It was just like when I was a kid, you get a puppy. It was a puppy, then you put him outside, and you got a dog outside. You know, Friender was different. I found Friender. I found Friender. Friender was my responsibility. This wasn't the dog that my mom got, and we puppy or whatever later. You know, this was my dog that I found and brought home, and so I was responsible. And so I had to feed him. I had to buy the toys. I had to walk him. I had to spend time with him. I had to sleep with him. I had to, you know, when he got ticks and fleas and all that shit, I had to deal with that. I had to take him to the vet. Like, I mean, just really care for him like a child. And just, I think I never had that with another person or animal or pet, nothing like that. And this is different for me, you know. This is different, and I just got to figure out how I'm going to deal with it. But you know it's serious. You know it's serious. You know it's serious when you bring out the Arizona tea. I wish I wouldn't be caught dead drinking this bullshit. What is this? What is this? 49 grams of sugar? But tonight, you know, tonight it's sad boy hours for real, man. It's sad boy hours. So I hate to give you guys the bad news, but it is what it is. Friender is no more. Friender is dead, and you know we just gotta figure out how we gonna how we gonna cope. But there is no cope. There is no cope. I'm sitting here. There is no cope. I realized that hours ago. There is no cope. It's only pain, and I got to process that pain and then recover. But I think I'll be okay eventually. But it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be real hard because Friender was irreplaceable, priceless. I mean, just it is what it is. Like I could get 100 more dogs, and you'll never find Friender again. Friender was special. Friender was special. I know he was special, and it's a shame he had to go out like that. Um, but yeah, just had to let you guys know. Uh, please leave your condolences in the comments. Like the video, subscribe, and just anybody got a dog out there, a pet out there, just really, don't take it for granted. Take care of him. Make sure he's safe. Don't make a dumb mistake like I did, leaving the goddamn gate halfway, halfway open. Just really though, man, it's bad. And I'm sitting here. I like to think that I'm not the type to go through like a denial phase. The four stages of grief. But I'm thinking like, just wait. This got to be a dream. You know, this got to be a dream. Like this got to be. Is there a pet cemetery? So like I'm thinking that stupid. Like, can I build a time machine and just go back? Like it was that is it's that easy to lose something so precious to you. And once it's done, it's like all you got left is these crazy thoughts of what could have happened, or building time machines and Stephen King lore, and it's ridiculous. And it's like I got to keep reminding myself, like, no, Emmanuel, you got to go through it. You got to feel the pain. You got to hurt. You're gonna be crying. You're gonna be lonely, but you'll be okay. You'll be okay. So I'll see you guys later. Uh, I'll probably be getting back to work this week. You know, what else am I gonna do? I got some good music on the way, so got that to look forward to. So I'll see you guys later.